Trying for this app called Dlivrd. The new name for it is Expedite. No such luck, though. It's just that the slots are filled in the local area. As far as I know, there's only several 10,000s of people who work with a program because it's catering. So, of course, that's less than single delivery orders and diners and everything. But, I gave it a try anyway, and it looks like I made the waiting list at least. Going to begin here on the Friday with the quest. Going to go for the quest. Like I was stating, you can do, looks like 9 deliveries in that first 4 hours for the bonuses, and then from 9 to 11:59 over the next 3 hours, so 7 hours altogether, but the next 3 hours is another 7 deliveries. So I'll have to hit 16 deliveries in 7 hours. If I hit 2 an hour, that'd be 14. So, and just throw in another 2. So I think they got a decent shot at it, even though it slows down. Like I said, like 9 p.m. or on, things get slower, but who knows? I'm going to go for it, see if we can hit these bonuses. So we begin with McDonald's, 9:35 to go 5.3 miles at 23 minutes. So I'll go ahead and take that. You're not going to sit and wait for $2 per mile when it's bonus time, because the bonuses are going to they're going to, well, I shouldn't say far, but they're going to make up a lot of that. And so go ahead and begin that. And the second order was, in fact, a Wendy's $11 order to go almost 7 miles. So there again, that's a 1.5 or so per mile. So that's okay. Over 33 minutes, just keep it moving. And sure enough, I did an add-on order for another mile 0.3 for $6.50, but they ended up, something happened to that order. I think that it was canceled, or something happened with that. I forget what it was, but I had to cancel that order myself, or it just didn't work out for whatever reason. So I was off into another one for 25 minutes to go 7 miles for $9.50. Go ahead and take a Thai restaurant food, and that worked out okay. And yeah, okay, I know the one I was saying was the CVS to go a mile 0.3 for $6.50. That one was actually not canceled. It was Waters. It was like 5 different water containers, almost a gallon apiece. So it was kind of a task to carry those. But I'm after that bonus stuff, so I'll go ahead and do it. And I'll tell you, that went okay. There's no problem there. After those couple of orders were finished, at $7.87 to go a mile 0.4. So those ratios are pretty good there. Short trips too, so at least those are going okay. I do have to wait between orders sometimes, but this one's only 14 minutes to a chicken place, a Honey's Chicken, and there was no problem with that. And then after that was the Pizza Hut order for $7.17 to go 3.5 miles, so $2 per mile, 18 minutes, and that one went just fine. While out, stopping at Pizza Hut for one of the deliveries, and this particular one has a lot of decor inside, sports memorabilia or signed things or old photographs and other things. Pretty neat, kind of a vintagey feel too. The colors are, of course, old, but it is what it is. Along with the bonuses, Uber Eats actually threw in another bonus, and this one runs up till Monday at 1 p.m. And they want you to do 3 shop and delivers. I didn't even notice it was running the bonus, but I had just taken one, the CVS for the waters, and they counted that. So I need 2 more in the next, I don't know, 3 days almost. And you get $15. So that's something to aim at. I mean, even if they aren't, super orders, everything, that just makes things real nice. So Uber Eats has been real good recently. I'm thankful for the opportunities have with them, and I think that they're doing pretty good by the bonuses they offer. What I don't like is on the negative side, those little $3 reimbursements you get for missing orders, you show up to a restaurant and someone took it already and stuff like that, because you could end up using a half an hour or more of your time for that. So that is a bad negative, but I think some of these positives sometimes makes up for that. So I do want to say that they are very good on that, and I'm thankful for their attention to drivers and bonuses and some of these other things. But I do wish that they would get that $3 to auto reimburse instead of having to chat with support or call support and use, half an hour to 45 minutes going through all that plus the restaurant. No thanks. I mean, I wish that they would see that as maybe a quick little text box where you could fill in the reason. You send that off, and then you just wait for $3 instead of stopping everything you're doing and calling and chatting and doing all this other stuff. I'm in just to take whatever I can. So here's a 20-minute, 5-mile order for almost $8 to the Panda Express. No problem. I'll take that right away. Then, let's see, I had to reject pet supplies, $10 for 13 miles for 42 minutes. That's taking too much time, so I don't want to distract. I need 9 orders in 4 hours. So let's see here. We get a Raisin Canes came in for $14, and to go 6 miles, that's pretty good for over 29 minutes. And by this time, it's almost 7:30, so I have to hit the bonuses from 5 to 9, and I think I need like 2 or 3 more, so I go ahead and take that one because that's a good order just in and of itself. And let's see, after that was a Chick-fil-A, $7 to go 5.7 miles. So I'm just go ahead and do that because the bonuses over the 4 hours equal, if I can hit all of them, a $36 bonus. Now divide it by 4 hours, that's $9 extra per hour. So pretty good. Let's see here. Actually, the Chick-fil-A one was the last one, and then I hit all the bonuses. So really nice, spectacular. So I did the 9 orders there in 4 hours. And then I was finished around 8:30 or so. So I always like to finish early. You never want to be your back against the wall trying to get that last, because the last of the bonus money is the highest most frequently. That's the game that's played. I mean, they do want you to be dedicated so they can the orders fulfilled, which is understandable. And then as you're able to, dedicate yourself to working those shifts if you ever see those pop up. Okay, so after that, 8:30 or so, I went to $19 to go almost 10 miles, 40 minutes, and I have some time before 9 if I want to do the 9 bonuses. So I'll go ahead and go for this. Just 2 units. They called the store is called At Home, and I went to the store for 2 quilts. And my God, I don't shop in there, but they had rows of quilts and beddings and comforters and all those different things. And the worker couldn't help me. It's late. They only had a couple workers in the store. They don't know where stuff is at. They can't find it in the midst of all of that. I spent 10 minutes, maybe 15. I just had to cancel the thing. I could not find the 2 Sherpa big coverings that they wanted, and I was just looked up and down like 4 or 5 rows. I must have went through them 2 or 3 times, and I just had to cancel. Good pay and order, and it gets me back in the direction I kind of wanted to go with no problem, or just stay in the general area for the 9 o'clock to 11:59 bonus is coming up, but I just couldn't do it, so I'm going to wait till 9. Okay, so one of the things that happened was there was a cancellation, but it wasn't the CVS shopping one. It was a order I didn't show so far. It was a one of those where you pick up the, God, what was it? It was a Wendy's or Arby's or something, a sandwich place, but someone had taken off with the order, they said, so, or stole it or took off with the food or whatever. So I just canceled it, said the food is no longer here, and I'm not going to, like I said, take away time from earning just to spend half an hour looking for $3. So I just called it as the shops weren't so far away. There's a lot of diners nearby. Just kept it moving because of how busy it is on Friday. Yeah. Here's a tight spot. You can let me know if you would have taken this order, maybe in the comments or something, if you mark the time down on the video and then reply to it if you want. But 8:53, so you're talking 7 minutes before 9, and you have to wait to 9 to start unlocking those bonuses, and then I want to aim for 7 orders because the bonuses over those 3 hours are 56. Well, I earned 36 during 4 hours. $56 is great. I mean, that's like $18, $19 an hour extra on top of what you earn. So I want to start at 9 and I'll hit as many bonuses as I can, but $9.50 to go 2 miles. I just had to pass on this one because it would take 15, 16 minutes, and then I'd begin the shift around 9:10 or so, and this one wouldn't be counted. So I said, you know what, let me just go ahead and pass this one by, although it looks really good, a little pizzeria place, but I just didn't end up going to that, so it is what it is. I passed on the next one at 9:03. I should have maybe began the quest right away, but this one was 10 miles for 34 minutes at $11 at Raising Cane's. And I should have, which you got to order the food once you get there. I should have taken that, but I'm looking at, I need 7 orders in 3 hours. So I can't really have too many take over 30 minutes because the math won't work. And this one says 34 minutes. I just passed, because the pay at $11 per 10 miles wasn't anything spectacular, anything because of the distance. I passed on the next one at 9:07. I hit $8.46 for 18 miles. Of course, that's a pass, 35 minutes or so. And then a liquor store, $7.50 for 15 miles, 32 minutes, another pass. Plus, it could be a nightmare if you had to take the liquor back and the customer didn't have ID or something. All at 9:10, so that's another pass. I just had to pass it by. That same pizza place that came up earlier, $9 for 2 miles or so, back for $10 to go 10 miles. So a worse order, but over 30 minutes. I had to pass that one by, and by this time, it's almost 9:15. So the time window is closing. I haven't even been on order yet. Now, just remember that because we're going to see how far I get and if I can reach these bonuses. Okay, so it is 9:15 p.m. and I got 2 hours, 45 minutes left to do 7 orders at a slow time. And because it's drive-through time too, because a lot of places close their front doors, so it's even harder to do. I have my doubts. I don't try this all the time, but I really did want to try this Friday, but I have my doubts. I take my first order for these 3 hours, $9.50 for 7.7 miles, 30 minutes it's given me. I have to take something because the phone, I just have to get going. So Torchy's Tacos, I went to that, got the order, and it was quite a drive indeed, over 30 minutes. But I ended up finishing that one, and I hit Panda Express on the second one for $6.50 to go 4.8 miles over 20 minutes. I'll just keep it moving and see what I can do. And then I did that, and then Arby's came in for $6.61 for 4.8 miles over 20 minutes. So I just keep it moving. And by this time, it's a little bit after 10, and I got an add-on order, $4 for a Whataburger to go 1.2 miles over 7 minutes. So that one looks to be quick. I'll take that one. So then I got a Raising Cane's, $7 to go 8 miles, a little backward, over 30 minutes. But it's taking me back in the direction of my origination. So if I can end up where I came from, where I began the shift from, with all the bonuses and everything, and just call it quits, that would be great instead of having to drive back. So I take that one back in the direction I originated from, the neighborhoods and everything in that direction. And after Raising Cane's, there's a Taco Bell for 8.5 to go 6.8 miles over 24 minutes. So I go ahead and do that around 11 or so. And so by this time, I have about 5, maybe 6 trips finished, and it is looking a lot better. Actually, it's 6 trips. I'm trying to look at that now. It's 6 trips, and I need one more. So fantastically, around 11:30 or so, I just need one more order. That in just 2 hours, a little bit over 2 hours, I was able to get 6 orders done because a lot of them were kind of quick. They weren't major distances. The Raisin Canes, there was 2 that were, 25 minutes or so. No, I'm sorry, Raisin Canes was 30 minutes, and then the Torchy's Tacos was like 30 minutes. But I was able to beat stoplights and keep it moving and stuff. It's probably got there in 20 to 25 minutes or so. So I finally end up I have to pass by Crumble, which is a cookie place, for 7 miles for $5, and it's taking me way out kind of far. So I said, okay, it's 11:40. All I need to do is lock up another one that's close by or so. And I end up taking the Burger Den. The Burger Den is a part of, how do you say this? Denny's. The Denny's pancake place, that the Burger Den, they also do that when they make burgers, but they call it the Burger Den. So for $5.31, go 4.7 miles and takes around 20 minutes or so. And sure enough, I finished and got the bonuses, all of them. So fantastic. And I just got it in time. So that's $56 and $36, $92 in extra bonus money. And I finished around well over $28 per hour. So very, very strong shift that I'm glad that I did, because for the entire shift, I finished it like, what was it, $215, just in that range or so. So just very, very nice. I want to bring a helpful tip to you right now about if you're going to work at 9 p.m. to 3 hours out to 11:59 p.m. with Uber Eats or with any program. You need to know how efficient you can be. So I can't let you know all the restaurants, but Raisin Cane's, and I asked him this, what time do you shut your front door? And they, unlike others that say 9, 10, 11, they shut at 3 a.m. on Friday evenings. So actually the next, past the late hours Friday. So that's really good to know, because those I don't mind going in there, even though I order the food, because they have it done so quickly, just about always. And man, I almost never have a bad experience. The worst I ever waited, I think, was 5 to 7 minutes, somewhere in that range. And that was during this shift, actually. And that still turned out okay. But the tip is, yeah, because you don't want to wait in drive-thrus. Take the right restaurants. Reject some only to take the right ones, so you can be more efficient in those, 3-hour window, especially if you're doing like something like Uber Eats, and it throws in bonuses for how many you can complete in 3 hours. You want to avoid drive-thrus as much as you can. So the good advice here is that Raisin Cane's is one of those places that is beneficial, at least on Fridays. I don't know they're during the week hours, but it seems like they would be. And again, restaurants, how do I say this? Restaurants usually keep the same hours, like Taco Bell have the same hours. Raisin Cane's will have the same hours as all of their branches and everything. But I can't quote that. Like some may be located near real busy areas, so they stay up later. They stay open their doors later, while others may be out in the countryside or something where they shut down early. But I think in general, branches or chains of restaurants all shut at certain times, and they're all pretty stable with exact times for their whole, the franchises and chains of restaurants and stuff like that. So if that helps, then you want to stay away from too much drive-through. Another thing to think about with this, a secondary tip, is the drive-through real busy? Like McDonald's, you can expect a lot of busyness and everything, but if it's like something like maybe Arby's or maybe Taco Bell, because I went to the Arby's and it was kind of late. They had like a car or two, but not like McDonald's. So the point is, maybe you can reject some of that and you get so fortunate, like something like slower, like Arby's or Taco Bell after 9 or 10, where you have to use the drive-through, but it is easier and faster to get through. Just something to keep in mind. I don't know if it'll help. I'm trying to keep it in mind so that when those opportunities present themselves, I can help that a lot better. And of course, I want to thank you for visiting and viewing or listening to the video here with the tips and ways to think about how to go about things. Hopefully, this helps some things you may not think about, maybe pop up when you're listening to some advice here from Dark Biscuits. And we'll work on bringing some more content possibly. So thank you for stopping by again.